Hello everyone today. So this will be my first video for this speech that I am doing for my speech class in college. So I hope you all like and enjoy this video, and I do whatever you can comment, whatever to it. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Slavery. Most people, upon hearing this word, picture a time in our country's history when African Americans were possessions and made to work day and night for their masters. When cotton was a king and plantation owners became wealthy, when brother fought brother for deeply held beliefs in a war that resulted in the Emancipation Proclamation, a beginning to the long road for freedom. However, today I would like to share with you another picture of slavery. Imagine you are a 16-year-old girl, a runaway who is hungry and has nowhere to go. You meet a man who promises you the world, so you go with him to find that in his world your place is not what he promised, but a life of pleasuring other men for his profit. This is the life of a girl caught up in the chaos of human sex trafficking, also coined modern-day slavery. Today, I would like to discuss an issue that would concern every one of us and shake us to our very core, because it takes place in every part of the world. But most of us are blind to it, even though it is taking place in our city, just steps away from our churches, our gas stations, and Lee College. It preys on the most vulnerable people in our society, our youth. Do not worry if you have never heard about this form of modern-day slavery. I was once in your shoes, but now I volunteer to help women get out of this bondage, and after today, you will no longer be in the dark. After the next few minutes, I will define human trafficking, share some unbelievable statistics of human trafficking, and tell you how to spot it in your neighborhood, and share a story of hope that has gone somewhat unnoticed in the media. So what is human sex trafficking, and what does it have to do with me? Human sex trafficking is a modern-day form of slavery, a crime that is hiding in plain sight everywhere in every state and city. It is an illegal practice that involves taking advantage of a person by force, threat, or deception, for the purpose of gaining a profit for a pimp or agent in return for commercial sex acts. This person being exploited does not have any say or control over how their body is used. Statistics tell an alarming story that goes uncovered by the media or local newspapers. Approximately $107 million is made by illegal massage parlors every year in the Houston area. There are approximately 313,000 victims of human trafficking in Texas alone, with 79,000 of those victims being minors. 80% of these women and girls are under the control of a pimp and have no control over what happens to them. And tonight, approximately 2,869 of our fathers, grandfathers, brothers, and husbands are going to visit a brothel to rape an innocent woman or girl who has no say over what happens to her body. Think about that. It matters to you because one day it could be your daughter, your niece, your friend, or yourself. How do I know if human trafficking is going on in my neighborhood? It can't be, right? Wrong. The human sex trafficking industry is in Baytown and Houston. Is one of the largest hubs in Texas. I volunteer with the group that goes into brothels in the Baytown area and informs women there is a way out. We make phone calls and educate hotel owners about what to look for and who to get into contact with if they suspect trafficking. There are many locations where trafficking takes place, and most of these are located in very public places and look like normal places of business or even legitimate adult businesses. These locations can be both public and private. They include businesses such as adult bookstores, massage parlors, brothels, clubs, bars, hotels, truck stops, and even strip clubs. but they can also be in residential homes and street corners. Victims are kidnapped girls, runaways, or loners who are promised fame and fortune and then beat, treated badly, and mentally tortured, and then thrown into a life of stripping, pornography, and prostitution without the ability or means to get free. Feeling hopeless? Don't feel hopeless. There are many agencies and volunteer organizations working together to stop human trafficking, and with everyone's help, we are making progress. The most important step is educating the public so we can all recognize and inform law officials of suspected trafficking. An example of a win against human trafficking took place in September when in a string called Operation Parrot, a task force of 23 agencies arrested 46 traffickers and rescued 5 trafficking victims in Houston. There are small victories every week, but they are not often seen on the front page of the paper, in the media, or on Facebook, sadly, because unfortunately many of the people in charge of these mediums are also suppressors of the industry. If we are going to make a true difference, it is going to take the advantage of citizens educating themselves about the facts of human trafficking and working along with local police and officers to end the cycle of rape, bondage, and sex for profit. Now that you know how to define human trafficking or modern-day slavery, we can share some startling statistics about it. Now, how to spot it in your city and know there is hope if we all work together. Now what? Now is the time to learn more. Now is the time to stop being blind to an atrocity that is taking place next to the store you're shopping in. Now is the time to educate the young woman in your life so they do not become the next victims. How do you do this? By researching, by attending training, and becoming involved in stopping this atrocity before it becomes your reality. Stand up, get educated, and save a life that is someone's mother, someone's daughter, or you. Taking inspiration from the Lorax, think about this. I am one girl, speaking for girls with no voice, and I'm asking today, as loud as I can, for you to get involved. Now please make that choice, because if someone like you does not start caring a lot, then nothing will get better. No, it will not. Thank you.